morning, students. In this way, we start the textbook to read this chapter. Chapter number 3, The Midnight Visitor. I told you already the meaning and the summary of this chapter. So, in this video, we will study, we will read this book and then interpret the meaning according to the paragraph wise. First of all, we start to read the paragraph, then I will interpret the meaning of each paragraph. So let me roll down it. This one is the chapter. This one is the text to read. Archibald did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read, following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Archibald had a room. Fowler felt let down. It was a small room on the sixth and top floor, and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. So, first of all, let us see hard spelling in this paragraph. This one is the first paragraph. This one is the musty spelling. This one is the new spelling for us. Musty means you can say humidity. Humidity means you will find in rain season. Present time, this one is the rain season. You will find humidity or water drop on the floor in your house. You can say in Hindi, nami ka hona, humidity. So in this paragraph, we find that Fowler, this one is the character Fowler. I already told you this one is the writer, and here he comes to visit Mr. Ogible, and before coming to visit Mr. Ogible, Fowler Fowler read many description. What is the appearance of the spy, secret agent person, such type of thing. He read many things, but when he meets Ogible, he did not find audible for any description what earlier he read. It means any information what he received about secret agent when he comes to visit audible, and when he visits audible, then he matches all the description, all the features of appearance. Yeah, you can say all the features of any secret agent, but ultimately he finds no description match with the appearance of audible. So after this one, he follows audible, and he follows audible through the corridor, through the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where audible stayed. It means this one is the name of the hotel, gloomy French. This one is the name of the hotel where audible stayed. So in this way he follows him, and after when he follows him, and when he meets audible, he does not find any type of good information. He did not find any good information, so he is very disappointed, felt let down. This was the phrase. It means disappoint. He is very disappointed. So is disappoints Fowler is very disappointed. Yeah, he disappoints when he meets audible for all these things. It was just, and in this way, after the writer described the appearance, yeah, physical appearance of the room where audible stayed, what is the where his house, yeah, on the which floor his room is. So writer says that it is on the sixth and top floor, and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. Romantic adventure, it means there is no in his room there is no evidence. There is no evidence for which Fowler comes to visit him, yeah, to meet Ogiver. in this way, in the first paragraph, we see that writer introduces both characters. One is agent, second one is the writer. Agent, secret agent, that is Ogival, and second one is the Fowler. Why Fowler disappoints when he meets Ogival? He also describes everything, and after then Ogival stays in the hotel. The name of the hotel, at the hotel, the name of the hotel, Gloomy French. And in this way, this one is the first paragraph. In this way, let me read second paragraph. Ogival was, for one thing, fat, very fat, and then there was his accent. Accent, you can say fluctuation of sound. I suppose that any foreigner come to India, and if you request him or her, please speak Hindi or any other language, when he starts speaking Hindi, you will find his accent, his fluctuation of sound is different. There are many reasons behind this one, because in the alphabet of English you will find only 26 words, but in Hindi near about in this one is the 49 or 52, somewhere you will find this one is the letter number in Hindi. This one is the accent fluctuation of sound. So though he spoke French, German, and he spoke French, German passively. He had never altogether lost the American accent. He had brought here doesn't matter. Here means brought means bring. Mani Anna to come to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. Boston, it means from America. In this paragraph, writer describes the physical appearance of the secret agent. You can say the secret agent, that is none but Ajibal. Ajibal. Ajibal is a fat and very fat person, and his accent is very different. The reason behind it, he comes from Boston to Paris. So Boston, it means German, not US, not America. It means not Boston. This one is the city of America. He returns from Boston. You can say America. So he can speak French and German, both languages, and even then he does not lose his American accent while he speaks. It means he speaks French, German, and after then he also speaks American language, especially English American language, but accent. But each language has different accent, and each country people, a countryman has different accent. Suppose that if I am Indian, I speak English, my accent will be different. If you go to South India, if you find any Southern Indian, he or she will speak. He also speaks English in a different accent. The reason behind it, because in Southern India people speak Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada. This one is the reason. While they speak, accent is totally different. In this paragraph, we find the writer describes the Audible has a different type of accent. He can speak French, German, and even American, but he even then he does not totally lose his American accent. While he speaks German, French, or such type of language, you can easily observe that his American accent also comes from his mouth, because he returns from Boston to Paris. This one is the reason behind his language. In this way, in the first paragraph, we find where Audible stage. In the second paragraph, writer describes the Audible mother language, Audible of which, what is his native country, from where he comes to another country, from which country he migrates to another country, and why he speaks French. He speaks properly. Passively, you can say he speaks temporarily good in both languages, but not, you can say he speaks good way in both languages. The reason behind this one is his American accent. In this both first one physical appearance of his place, second one physical appearance of his body. So let me read third paragraph. So are disappointed. Ajibal said vigilantly over his shoulder. Over his shoulder means sometime when we speak, we we moves our neck to our shoulder. Such way he speaks. Na? So here we in this paragraph we find Ajibal talks Mr. Fowler, and he speaks. He says to him that for which purpose you came here. I think you did not complete your purpose, so you are disappointed. Na? In this way you can say he says, who said? Ajibal taunts to whom? Mr. Fowler. In this way we find here, and after that, you were told that I was a secret agent or a spy dealing in espionage and danger. You wished to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. You envi- envisioned mysterious figures in the night, the crack of pistols, drugs in the wine. Money in this way, Audible here satire you can criticize Mr. Fowler for saying to him that you come here to you can to expose me because I am a secret. Money anyone told you that I am a secret agent, I am a spy, and here for such type of report I have come. So for this purpose you come here because you are writer. He says to Fowler that you are a writer. You are writer. You can see you are a journalist. You come here to collect to get informations such type of that in my hotel room many mysterious figures, many mysterious works would be done, yeah, will be done, and for this purpose you come here, and but you did not find any such type of works, so you are disappointed. Who is here disappointed? Mr. Fowler, because Fowler comes here for his purpose, for his own purpose, but all his purpose has been failed. So in this way, Ajibal criticizes Mr. Fowler. Ajibal satires Mr. Fowler, saying such type of statements. After this way, in the first paragraph, we have studied about the hotel. In the second paragraph we have studied about the physical appearance and the language of Mr. Ajibal, and in the third paragraph Ajibal satires criticizes Mr. Fowler because Ajibal totally knows why Fowler has come to visit him, so he satires, he criticizes. In this way three paragraphs are over. In this way, let me read next paragraph. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man. Fat man? Who is fat man? Here, fat man is none but audible. In the second paragraph, we have studied. We have seen that audible is a fat man. It means, let me read more. Instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a project. Okay, I stop here because my battery is low. So I stop here. In the next time when I start, I will start from here. So I stop here. Okay, thanks.